Hi, this is Asean Now, and you're watching the Weekly Wrap. First up in Malaysia, a 43-year-old moneylender was gunned down in broad daylight on Wednesday in the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur. Shocking CCTV footage revealed the man being shot some 16 times by two shooters. The incident is the latest in a recent slew of violent shootings reported in a country with strict gun laws. Still in Malaysia, 9 Filipino nationals were sentenced to life in prison by the Malaysian High Court over an armed incursion in 2013 that left scores dead in Sabah. 8 others, including 3 Malaysians, received prison sentences ranging from 10 to 18 years. The incursion in Lahad Datu by some 200 militants from the southern Philippines was inspired by a self-proclaimed Filipino sultanate's claim on the area. Now in the Philippines, the Department of Tourism on Thursday confirmed the country would be hosting the next Miss Universe pageant. Reigning Miss Universe Piayura had met with President Rodrigo Duterte earlier this month to discuss the proposals of hosting the event. It was announced that the pageant would be held on January 30th next year at the Mall of Asia Arena in Manila. Next, the National University of Singapore pledged on Tuesday to take strong disciplinary actions against those responsible for inappropriate orientation activities. Many students complained about the increasingly sexualized orientation camp for freshman students, including claims of simulated rape. Finally, in Indonesia, 4 convicted drug traffickers, including 3 Nigerians and an Indonesian, were executed on Friday by a firing squad. This marks the 3rd round of executions under President Joko Widodo. 2 days earlier, the Attorney General said that 14 prisoners, including citizens of India, Pakistan and Zimbabwe, would be executed this weekend. An official said on Friday the planned executions would go ahead in stages, but declined to give a time frame. We now head over to Bangkok with our Thailand partner, Nation TV, for the latest roundup from the Northern ASEAN region.
Thank you very much, Kuala Lumpur, for your updates. And now let's take a look over the past week here in the Upper ASEAN region. And we start off with a very big regional story, as Southeast Asian nations abduct direct criticisms of China over its claims to the South China Sea in a joint statement produced after days of disagreement that gives the superpower a diplomatic victory. The 10-member Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, avoided mentioning a ruling by a UN-backed tribunal which had rejected China's claims. The diluted joint statement by ASEAN is also intended to avoid the internal friction among member countries who are and who are not in territorial disputes with China. The contested sea, through which some $5 trillion in shipping passes annually, has been a source of increasing tension between China and its Southeast Asian neighbors, as well as the United States. And now here in Thailand, a former member of parliament has been under fire for his intimidation against media members who do their job covering his reported wedding with a female minor. His doubtful relationship with a 17-year-old girl has already been a scandal in itself, but Premsak Piayura makes things difficult for himself by having a senior reporter forced strip in front of camera when confronted with questions asking him to clarify his courtship with a girl who remains in high school. After a network of media councils say that they will help the violated reporter in lodging criminal lawsuits against the man, the 51-year-old man has threatened to file counter lawsuits against them. The former MP is a medical doctor and now a local politician in the northeastern province of Thailand. He has also been faced with an inquiry by the provincial authorities for his aggression against the reporter, but not likely for criminal actions relating to his wedding with the minor. Moving on to Myanmar, as leaders of rebel forces held talks in a war-hit border town of Kachin on July the 27th as they prepare for a major peace conference with the government. Although such important talks among dissident groups had been held on several occasions, but this time would be a kickstart towards sustainable processes that are expected to finally bring peace. Aung San Suu Kyi, the democracy activist leading the country's first civilian government, says that ending the fighting is essential if Myanmar is to rise from the ashes of junta rule. She is expected to restart full peace talks within weeks. This summit brought together leaders representing 17 ethnic armed groups to search for common ground in working towards a federal system for the country. And good news from Vietnam, as 2 girls who were switched at birth have returned to their biological parents after 3 years. The baby girls were accidentally given to the wrong parents at a hospital in southern Binh Long province after their births on January 10, 2013. The switch was discovered when the grandfather of one of the babies saw a child in a nearby town in May who had a striking resemblance to his daughter and her husband. After learning that another couple had had that child at the same hospital on the same day, the parents took their girls to Ho Chi Minh City for DNA tests, which confirmed their true parentage. And days after a new law required all cigarette packages sold in Cambodia to be plastered with graphic images of the health effects of smoking, there was little evidence of the new packaging in the capital. As of July the 22nd, all old cigarette packaging was to be covered by a sticker, and all new packs were to be printed with the gruesome images in an effort to reduce smoking in a country where an estimated 10,000 Cambodians die annually from tobacco-related illnesses. Tobacco companies face a fine of $1,000 for failing to comply with the requirement that more than 50% of packaging contains a warning image, while vendors will be fined $2.5 per offense. The new rule was laid out in an October 2015 decree that gave tobacco companies 9 months to prepare new packaging. And that's it for this episode's wrap from the Upper ASEAN region. This has been Sthapat Paetong, and now back to Kuala Lumpur.
Thank you, Bangkok. Thanks for watching. I'm Daniel Abakri, and have a good weekend.